Hey guys, what's up? Dexter here. Hope you guys are doing well. Listen, I'm actually sitting here. Tanya and I just got off an amazing presentation. We've been like teaching and training all night, and I got my motivation hat is on, right? I said, you know what, let me go live. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the law of assumption. All right, really quickly, let me make sure I'm showing up. I always do this because technology is just crazy. All right, let's see. Actually, okay, let's see. Let me see. Make sure I'm. Make sure you guys can hear me. I think you can, but hold on, let me check. Oh, and as a matter of fact, wait for some more people to get on. All right, let's see here. Let me turn off my Bluetooth. I think that might be the problem. All right, listen, I'm about to drop some knowledge on you guys. Free content, free stuff that's going to change your perspective on some things. All right, so let's see. Let's see here. Can you hear me? How many, who do I have watching? Hey, Pam, can you hear me? Oh, there we go. All right. So look, let me drop this on you really quickly. So I was thinking about, I'm gonna give you guys a quick teaching on the law of assumption, right? We all know what the law of attraction is, right? So I need to become the person, and then when I become the person, I'm going to attract that thing to what it is I become, right? So let me drop this on you. Now, this is a definition of the law of assumption. Then I'm going to take you through a little exercise. So the law of assumption states that by believing the thing that you want already exists in your life, you'll manifest it into existence. Okay, so that's what the law of assumption says, that by believing the thing you want already exists in your life, you'll manifest its existence. So last night we had our training with our inner circle, right? And I was able to walk one of the inner circle members through the law of assumption. So look at it like this. This is powerful. Okay. So the law of assumption assumes that what it is that you want, like, just think about it. I want something out of life. I want to like get that job. I want to live in that neighborhood. I want that car, whatever it might be, right? So what does it look like? Okay. Now let's assume that it's already done. Okay. Just for the sake of the example, let's assume that it's already done. So now remember, begin with the end in mind. What does that look like? So what does that thing look like that you are assuming that you have? So number one, what does it look like? And paint it in clarity. Has to be clear, right? Clarity expedites the time. All right. So I'm clear on what it is that I want. All right. So for example, and I've shared this before, Tanya and I, years ago, I was like, Tanya, what kind of car do you want? And she couldn't tell me. Right. And I'm like, you gotta tell me something. She wouldn't tell me what she wanted. So we went to the dealership and we test drove. I think it was a Yukon. All right. So now I'm looking at Tanya. We get in the Yukon. She's driving it. And I'm like, Tanya, do you like it? And she's driving. Well, I'm actually driving. She's in the passenger side. And I'm like, do you like it? I'm looking over her. Do you like it? And it's okay. That told me that's not what she wanted, right? So I'm like, Tanya, I need you to tell me what it is that you want. But she couldn't articulate it. So then we went to the Cadillac dealership, right? So they pulled around. The Cadillac got like 5 miles on it. As soon as we opened up the door, I saw her light up like a Christmas tree, right? So she's like, oh, I like this. And I'm like, so is this what you want? And she said, I like this. So I give that example because the clearer you get on what it is that you want, you can expedite the process. So last night, one of our inner circle members, she's an author, right? She's working on becoming an author. She wants to be a motivational speaker. She wants time freedom. All right, so let's look at those three things. So I said, okay, Go with me here. Let's assume that this is taking place. Then I started to paint the picture. I said, imagine that you're on stage and there are like 50 women in the audience, right? So you need to look from your eyes. Imagine you're on the stage. Women are in the audience. You're talking to them. You can see their faces. They're lighting up. They're really excited about what you're saying. And then you end your presentation or you end your talk. And then they walk up to you with your book. And on the face of your book, like I got this Tony Dungy book, right? Quiet Strength, right? So I say, imagine they walk up to you and your face is on the book. And you open up the inside of the book and you autograph it for them. You ask them, what's your name? They tell you their name. You write it down. Then you give them the book. And I said, it's 10, 20 people in line for you to autograph their books. Okay. So now you autograph their books. They take pictures, right? So you stand, they take the picture with you, with your book that you just autographed. And now all the ladies leave. The host brings you an envelope. In that envelope is the check that you were paid to speak. So now you open up the envelope, pull the check out, and the check is for $10,000 and it's made out to your company. Now, as I was walking her through this assumption, she was just smiling, beaming. I'm talking about really smiling, right? So, and I asked all the other inner circle members to take notice to her behavior, right? So she's signing, she looks at the check. She's excited. Then I said, you call your husband. Hey, babe. Oh, man, it was awesome. Blah, 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 blah. I said, look, you look at your phone first and see that your husband called you and you're so excited to talk to your husband. So you say, hey, da, 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 da. You know, so you're talking to your husband, really excited. And then it's time for you to go to the airport. So you get your bag, you walk outside. There's a car waiting for you to take you to the airport. I said, okay, now what have we assumed utilizing the law of assumption that has happened? You assume that you're an author because in the theater of your mind, you visioned yourself signing books, right? You time freedom. You're flying wherever, right? They picked you up from the airport. They literally flew you there. They paid you 10 grand for your speech. So let's assume you got time freedom, you're a motivational speaker, and you're an author. So after I laid that out, she really began to see what the picture that I was painting in great detail. So the law of assumption means that whatever it is that you want, place yourself in that position right now and begin to dial the story in the theater of your mind of all of the steps that is going to get you to that assumption. Now, once you get the feeling of that assumption, Neville talks about the feeling is the secret. The feeling is the secret. Tanya's feeling sitting in that Cadillac was the secret. I was able to observe that this is what she really wanted. So my question to you is, what is it that you really want? What do you want? Think about it. What do you want? So after you decide what it is that you want, look at the picture surrounding you already in it, and then begin to work your way backwards. Get it in your mind and meditate on it day and night. That's the key. The law of assumption assumes that the thing that you already want is already done and is already yours. That's powerful. It's powerful. We talked to the ladies last night about it and they were just pumped, right? So that's what we're working on now in the Upgraders Academy. We're teaching people the law of assumption. So if you've gotten anything from what I shared tonight, because I'm getting ready to get off, it's getting late and I got to get up early in the morning. If there's anything that you took away from this, I want you to operate in the law of assumption. See, the law of assumption does not take place. It does not take into account what's going on right now. Screw what's going on right now. It don't matter. Forget what's going on right now. What is it that you want? Because the subconscious mind does not know the difference between a real or a synthetic thought. You can create your reality, and it is a creation. It's like not real, but your subconscious mind does not know it. So create the reality, attach the feeling to it, and begin to live from that place. And then you're compressing the time to actually get to what it is that you want. All right. So I wanted to come and share this with you guys. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I hope that blessed you, man, because that's the kind of stuff that we do and teach. Ty and I are continuing to learn. We're continuing to grow in our personal and professional development. So, look, we need to link up. It's just that simple, right? Ty and I, we're off to some new things. We're starting some new things. We are ready to go to the next level. We've been in a season of trying to figure some things out. We've been in a season of waiting on God, right? And that is probably one of the most uncomfortable things that you can ever experience because you're not getting any direction. You just don't know what's happening. I can't go left. I can't go right. If I try to do this, it doesn't work. I try to do that, it doesn't work. So God is saying, be still for a minute and let me put some things in you. Let me give you some direction. And that's literally what's happening, right? This live is actually a part of it, right? Because there comes a time where you fly above the radar and then you fly under the radar, and it's called processed. We teach this too. Everyone has to be processed. That's why we can't judge people, because we don't know where they are in their process. Sometimes you fly high, sometimes you fly under the radar, and then you emerge again. It's like a bell curve, right? It's the swinging pendulum, right? It's the law of rhythm. Up, down, up, down, up, down. That is the rhythm of life. So look, the law of assumption, make sure you guys apply it. It is powerful. Implant in your mind that thing that you are assuming to already be true. Grab the feeling with clarity and watch and see what happens. And I want you to come back and let me know that it happened. Some of you guys, it's going to happen really quickly. Some of you all, it might take some time. That's cool, because we got to learn how to go into the theater of the mind to actually spend some time in it. And the only way to do that is we got to turn off social media, turn off the phones, turn off the emails, turn off everything, and go into meditation and really spend some time in the theater of your mind to see that thing manifested. All right, guys, I'm out of here. This is Dexter L. Scott. I am the voice that motivates one half of the upgraders. Our tagline is, we may not know you, but we know what's in you. We'll see you next time. Oh, and if this video blessed you, how about you share it? Tag somebody below. Share it. Let them know that the law of assumption, it works. All right. Later, guys.